Making a big turn helps so many things in the golf swing. Gives you space, gives you time, helps you not feel you rush in the backswing, gives you power. So for me, it's just essential we can make a big quality turn in the backswing. Hi everyone, Alistair Davies here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in today. Today's golf lesson is all about turn in the backswing. Making a quality turn, not cheating your turn, to ensure that you can give yourself space, time, and also power. If you don't turn, you're going to restrict your power. So we're looking to create a nice big, what I call mid-spine, scapular controlled turn in the backswing. So I'm going to give you a few exercises you can do off the course as well as on the course to help you, give you the feels to turn correctly. And then we're going to do a few things that you can do while you're hitting, again, to try and help you give that sense of judgment of whether you've done it correctly or not. Keep watching to learn how. So we're starting with one of my favorites, a better Theratubing. And this is great as a warm-up, but also great to do in the house while you're watching TV midweek. So I got the tubing wrapped around my waist, around about my hip level, just above, and I'm pulling it back. So pulling it back engages what I would call my scapula. So it basically stops my shoulders getting rounded. My shoulders are rounded anyway, I know that before anyone comments that. But it stops me getting my shoulders as round as the eye. It also engages my triceps. So it's pretty good for right arm, right shoulder stability in the golf swing anyway, just doing that. But what I want you to do when you're doing this is make some turns, and you're trying to feel that your hands are moving at the same pace as your rib cage. Obviously, if I do this, that's why we're classed as a false turn. Okay, my shoulder has cheated the turn. When I keep it back here, if I make a turn, now I notice my mid-spine turning. Now, if your flexibility is poor, we're going to flare the feet more. That helps rotation. Also, you're going to have more hip, more knee rotation, more ankle rotation to compensate. It's what I need to do because my flexibility is not great. So I'm going to feel I've got this engaged. I'm going to feel my feet are flared. I'm going to feel that I get my hips working a little bit more than I would see from, say, a gymnast or maybe even a lady golfer. But I'm definitely going to feel that it's my mid-spine that's turning rather than my shoulders. And that's important to feel. So I would encourage you to do some reps with this to feel the difference in rotation. It would also help you from a flexibility point for long term. Moving well is actually stretching. It's actually encouraging the right movements in your body that we want to see, and it's going to actually make you have a bigger range of movement. Now, having a more complete backswing is going to allow you to have more space and time on the way down, which is crucial for most people. Most people feel rushed, panicked. So we're trying to give you the opportunity to get the club, to be able to shallow it correctly if you want to hit the ball straight or draw. So a big turn helps that. If you're the kind of golfer, and I'm like this, I cross the line, in order to get the club shallow down, I have to have a big turn. My turn isn't big enough generally when I stand there and just whack balls, which is why I start down steeply. If I had a bigger turn, and I'll talk about Matthew Wolff in here, Matthew Wolff has a cross line position at the top, but he has a huge, huge turn. He shallows the club the same way, on the same positions as Dustin Johnson. That's because he matches it up with a big turn. So the big turn allows him to do that. Most people who come over the top and rush and steep down will have a poor turn on the way back. And sometimes it might look okay, but the shoulders will be cheating it. The mid-spine is what we want to see. Now, to facilitate that, we want to feel, and just imagine this, if I left bend and then turn and then extend the touch, that's a pretty good turn. So the extension part is this, the left bend part is this, and again, you'll see how my club's changing. My left bend. So left bend keeps my shoulder down and also helps me keep centered, especially when I extend. So we're extending the neck, we're extending the back, all those things. So that little exercise I've also done there, where you're feeling that you're doing things maybe in a different sequence to normal, left bend, turn, and extend, is again the three essential parts of making a correct turn, and certainly a centered turn. I have no problem with a slight bit of extra forward bend, so you actually move off the ball a touch. But what I'd say to you is I wouldn't want the head moving more than 2 inches in the backswing. That's the most I'd want it to move. So if we can get it in your head that is trying to stay fairly centered and 2 inches is acceptable, let's go with that. So let's go through that sequence and hit a ball. So left bend, rotate, extend, stretch the arms is also a good move to add to that. So that feels quite tight for me, I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to try and feel I get as close as I can in the real shot. And what I want to feel is I've got a big body turn, small arm swing. That's the ideal scenario for me for golfers. Wide, small arm swing, big body swing. Let's try ball. Really pleased with the shot. Felt like I turned more. Generally, when I turn more, my arm swing goes a bit longer because I'm used to not turning as much as I could do. So I would have to sequence that up. So I have to check the video to see if that's the normal case. But basically, it made me feel that the backswing was a bit bigger, a bit longer, a bit more spacey, a bit more time, which is what a lot of golfers will come into my studio and say. I have golfers all the time saying, I'm swinging too quick. It feels rushed. And generally speaking, their swing speed is slow. But they don't always complete the backswing, and then don't always then have the patience in the transition to get the club on ball correctly. So this moving well and moving fastly for me, and I use that in the right term, we want to have the speed in the right area, but we don't necessarily want to feel like we're going slower because, you know, the best golfers in the world swing the golf club quick, so why shouldn't we? But we want to swing in balance and make sure we can do it in our 10 minutes of control for sure. Hope you've enjoyed today's take on turn. A couple of exercises there you can do. Give them a go and let me know down below what they feel like and how you get on and the difference it makes to your golf game. Comments really help my channel, guys and ladies. So if you can do that, it really helps the algorithms. It helps my channel do well. Also, liking the video. So if you have enjoyed it, make sure you like it. And also, I'd appreciate it if you shared it or told any golfers about my content too. So thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't subscribed or followed already, hit my logo down this bottom corner and join me in my journey and let me help you improve your golf. Thanks once again for joining me at the Forest of Arden, and see you again here soon.